Right, so this is, the date is
15th.
Time is, the time is, come on, 16:28. Present is Corinne, Claire and Sarah.
I thought we'll add a little spice
Okay,
to this.
Philip experiment number 6.
So, I have a present been given to me.
I'm really scared. If she pulls out a human skull, I'm going to actually be sick.
It looks like it could be.
Oh my god.
This is not just anyone.
Oh, is that,
This is the skull from the Jamaica Inn. It's now mine.
yeah?
Can
Blimey.
you smell it?
Oh, why would you want to smell it?
Smells of tobacco,
Yeah.
to be fair.
So I asked if I could have it because it's all been refurbished.
I think you don't want it in front of you.
No, absolutely not.
So,
Is that real?
is this real?
Look at the teeth.
Is this real? There's
Yeah,
some
good
teeth in the
good-
skull cavity.
Good job you didn't come with us when we went and dug out those
Bones.
graves.
Yeah.
We were taking all the skulls and bones out, put them in a box.
So I think I got a femur somewhere. Picking up bits of jawbone.
Yeah.
And then when you had a grave that was wet, or the bone just disintegrated like powder, wasn't it?
Oh, damn.
You could have used it as a paste on you.
Yeah. It was yeah.
So I just thought,
Or Yarrick, we knew him well.
out of curiosity. Now, I don't think this is a smuggler or anything, but it has been dug up, it has been in soil, because underneath there is mud. So it was dug up somewhere. But I wrote to the CEO and I spoke to Kate, the manager, and I said, I've been there 8 years next month. I've never had a present, hint hint. I would love to be the next custodian, because they're renovating, you know, and it's not ethically nice to have human remains. And I said I would be the next custodian, I would look after. I'm not going to make it public, I've got it, but it would go home and be cherished with my other 2 skulls and human foot.
You are something else. How do you keep that in your house? That's a human being.
Yeah, but they're dead.
Wayne still don't know I got these
They're
human
meant to be in the
remains.
ground.
He
was in the
my dad's
ground.
ashes are next to my bed.
Yeah, that's different.
Why?
No, it isn't different though, is it? It's just the burnt remains. What's the difference between a skull and...
Yeah.
Because I can see it.
So that's been in the Jamaica Inn cabinet for over 30 years.
Who is it?
Don't know. One day I'll get it
Maybe you can
dendro tested and
Maybe you can get the sex as well.
yeah. Don't
Oh
know
God,
if
you
it's
don't
male
know
or
if it's a
female.
man or a woman.
Well, the it's supposed to be a man that was dug up from an abbey, but I don't believe that.
It's more than likely a man, but only because they got looked after slightly better than women did.
I mean, the age. Don't know the age. I'm calling him
So
Eric.
I mean,
You got that on your table.
That's right.
What's wrong with it? So let's see if we get anything from.
Yeah, I did ask that friend to do me a picture, and I haven't chased her up, and to be fair, I totally forgotten about it, so I'll make sure I sent her a description of him.
Brilliant. So let me go back to my notes.
So why was he dug up?
I don't know. Well, no one knows because it's so
Maybe it
long
was just
ago.
found and it's just kept.
Yeah, maybe it was like murdered or something like that.
Quite often when you go metal detecting, they find bones because they're buried with jewellery. And then people take the jewellery and leave the bones.
No! Oh, dickhead!
So psychologically speaking, her senses are now heightened. It'd be interesting to see if she gets anything.
I'm actually horrified that that's in front of me.
Well, I'm bringing all. I've had a request to bring all of them because Rachel said be interesting to have all 3 and the foot and do an experiment at St Rebels.
Claire don't want to be in that experiment.
Curface.
Right, let's start.
Okay.
Otherwise I'll end up deleting
Right.
at the beginning.
Right then. Okay. So calling out for the spirit of Sutton Caulfield, a local man who made good and ended up with his own mine. I bid you a good afternoon, Sutton. I hope you are well. How is your home, Caulfield House? And your wife Sarah and your daughter?
Sarah?
Oh no, what's his wife? Julia. Sorry, Barb. Your
I
wife,
hadn't even spotted that. So.
because I just thought Sarah's house. Your wife Julia. Did you have a good Christmas tide? What fine food did you have? Was there plenty of dancing and merriment? Did you do your duty and give alms to the poor? Sounds like a little
I had a
plastic.
little, yeah, me.
Okay. Did you go to church at St Luke's and thank the Lord for your good tidings, your wealth and health? Did you thank the miners who toiled so hard and dangerously in the pit for you? As a man who did that before, you know the perils of working underground. Are you content with life? As you look around your beautiful home, are you sad that you don't have a son that lived to carry on your name? Or do you have an heir in mind by marrying your daughter to some man that's suitable to take on your name and your mind? As I said, with Christmas brings reflection, joy and sadness. Sadness for those that are no longer with us, and it must have been the same to you, kind sir. Did you ever go to Bath and take the waters? They say it helps the gout. Did your wife and daughter end up going to the dressmaker for new dresses? Perhaps for a ball? Did you have a ball at your own house? Did you dance? The Prince Regent. Many a scandalous tale on the broadsheets are printed about his wayward ways. Do you sigh in vain over his exploits and his mistresses? Or do you find that you have a secret mistress yourself? Or visit the house of ill repute, as many men in your standing do so without rebuke from your wives? Does Julia turn a blind eye if you go on business away? Would pray after so many times talking to you, kind sir, that you would let yourself be known by a tap, a touch. And I bring you something for you to observe. The supposed skull of a smuggler. As you are aware, the taxes are high for brandy, for tea. Did you buy these goods from certain gentlemen? Or did you pay the full price from the merchants themselves? French brandy is an excellent brandy. It's smooth and dainty on the stomach. Though harder to get with the rise of Napoleon. Do you see the soldiers in their red and white with gold brocade in the streets of Bristol? The Duke of Wellington's fined men. They say that as men are short, he's going to go to the prisons and offer the prisoners either to join the army or to stay, that's my stomach, in the dirty cells. I hear he's been to Dorchester and Oakhampton recently. Do you know if he came to Bristol Newgate or Bridewell prison?
Yeah.
What was that?
My phone.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
Just scratch my hand a minute. As we say many a time, it's nice to chat to a man that was born in Bristol, that rose.
Oh,
It's what?
it's my watch.
What did it say? Flash dance.
Flash scores. It's football result.
Let's go do 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 do. It is nice to talk to a man who sees the poverty, understands the poverty, and now has a roof over his head, fine food, comforts, a roaring fire. And no worries about paying the men who supply the goods. I pray asked if your wife Julia would care to come forward and converse with us. Or whether you would come together and sit round this table. And what think you of this skull? Does it fascinate you as it does me, or does it repel you, sir? Or do you think he's a criminal and deserves his fate? If you are standing close by, would you kindly blow out one of the candles for us? As a man who has inherited and learnt so many gentlemanly ways, we ask that you blow out one of these candles just so we know that you are here with us, sir. And perhaps I may be so as bold and address you as Sutton rather than Mr. Caulfield. Can you blow on one of the candles and make the flame dance? The one in the holder, if you can do something to that flame that we can all see, sir, that would be very, very kind of you. If I show you what I mean, see how I made the candle, the light move? Can you do that as well, please? Well, use the energy of us here and make that candle flame dance. I'll do it one more time. If you can do it like this, please. May I call you Sutton? Kindly make that candle flame dance in front of my eyes. It will show us what a clever soul you are, and a man that deserves the respect and discourse of conversation. If you cannot make that flame dance, then perhaps a woman would have far better strength to do that. Your challenge is set, sir. So I now ask that your wife Julia perhaps come forward. Pray, mistress, I ask you to be seated at the end of the table and kindly talk to us other ladies. You may have to speak up so we can hear your voice. But if you are here, pray tap the table. Is your governess with you, Maria Thomas? The lady who has such a strong religious belief. Do you wish that your child, Charlotte Jane, would not grow into marriageable age and wed and leave your side, as losing 2 sons must have been so sad for you? Though it is common to lose children, it is still wrenching and sad. Do you visit their grave at St. Luke's Church? The Jew next door.
That's it, the football mouth, so it's a game obviously on the telly.
Do you light a candle when you go inside and sit on a pew and pray? Or do you have your own private pew when you go for service? Do you chat with the other well-to-do families nearby? In Broomhill House, in Brislington House? Or are they too grand and not talk to you?
I can only assume it's next door. It's not a noise I usually hear. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the
That's,
noises.
that's a creak of furniture.
It's like clicked and it's coming from like over there, isn't it? Rather than.
Yeah. I've heard it a couple of
Scratch.
times,
Can be.
but I don't know.
Could be natural.
Yeah, it's not a noise. Do you know what I mean? A lot of the noises I know inside out, back to front.
Mm.
That's the advantage when it's in your own.
Yeah, I was just saying, we didn't
House.
know in your house, they
Yeah.
didn't know that it was an unusual noise on it.
So Julia and Sutton, if you hear my voice, or members of the family or servants, if you are with us, can you make a loud tap now, please? It seems very rude and uncivil not to acknowledge your presence to us.
Yeah, like I say, I can listen back and I might work out what it is.
Just so we know that the sounds are not the creaking of the wood and the beams, we ask that you pray, copy me while I do this.
Tap.
No, I sounded underneath my chair.
Alright. It sounded like it came from this side of it.
Let's say to me it sounded like that side.
As we are not sure, I ask you most humbly and politely that you copy me now. Is that footsteps next door?
I didn't hear it then, so. You know my hearing's crap, so.
Their stairs would match yours and that.
Yeah.
No, it would be
the
the
on the
other
side.
Okay.
But
Check camera.
yeah, he's got wooden floorboards, I think. So.
Yeah, could be. But there's no one upstairs, is there? No one in the house. Right.
No, even the cat's out.
Okay.
So it's not even the cat.
We know that if you are here and can hear my voice, you would try so hard to let yourself be known to us. So we ask you again, please can you copy
my chair.
Can you copy me now?
Right. 1 second, I'll just get something quickly. Only it'll be an easy option if we want them to do something.
It's got a different vibe tonight. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Easy option.
That's a good idea. Right, so we are not confusing. There's a bell in the centre of the table. Sarah will now show you how to make it ring. If there's someone with us now, can you please ring that bell? is there someone within this house that hasn't been here before? If there is, can you please make yourself known to us now? I'm sure you have the strength and the will to not stand back, but to come forward and talk to us. That's all we ask, with the utmost respect. We'd just like to talk to you. The night draws in, the darkness fills the room. But the light here is warm and kind.
That was my chair.
Please join us at this table. Sit amongst us. Can you put your hand on top of Sarah's or Claire's hand, please? Just so they know they're not alone. Can you run a finger down from the wrist down to the end of the fingertip so they can feel that you are there, touching their hands, please? Sorry, I choked on my spit. Oh dear. That was a bit ugh. So Sutton Coldfield, you disappoint us again, kind sir. What stories you have to tell us. Why do you not come forward? Is that your phone? But every time it gets me, I think it's a doorbell.
Me.
So, we will end this now and pray that you come back again soon and we'll call for you. But before we go, please tap as hard and loud as you can.
If you tap, what I'll do next week is I will pour you out a tot of brandy. There you go, there's a reason for you to make a noise for us to say goodbye. I'll leave a tot of brandy on the table for you next time. Blow the candles out or make a really loud noise.
Okay? Right, I'll just make a couple of notes.
Right, let's turn it off, otherwise I have to end up cutting and editing.
Different vibe tonight though.